Listen, teeth are important, dude. Okay? It's the last time I'm going to say it.
I'm not even going to pretend that we were like in the middle of a conversation and that like this is where we started the camera. You just straight up said teeth are important. That's how you started this cold open.
Have you ever looked behind your teeth?
Yes, I have.
That was a lie.
Like, no, I haven't. No,
that was a lie.
I have, and I have no reason to look back there again because I'm just disgusted what it looks like. Because you know that hurts. Have you brushed back there?
So like I have lately. You know why? Because
you went to the dentist.
Yeah, I went to
That's
the
right.
dentist.
You went to the dentist. Yeah.
I have a permanent retainer, and I went in there and I was like, man, something's wrong with this retainer. And they were like, oh, let's take a look. And they took a mirror and they were like, 4 of these are detached and there's a lot of plaque. What have you been doing with your life?
I know what you've been doing.
Yeah, you have. Oh, baby. Oh.
You know, like when Benji says clap on for the audience, he doesn't mean us. He means the audience that are well trained to do it. They were ready before we did the cold open. They were ready. We got people like almost praying, like, please, I want to do a good job. Yay!
What if I like to clap? I got a good clap.
That we don't need to discuss that.
Clap on. I can clap with multiple orifices.
That is not what we want to talk about.
Welcome back to Lifestyles
Very
After
rehearsed.
Dark. My name is Cynthia Murray.
I'm Freddie Bourne.
Oh yeah, we got a heck of an episode for you guys tonight.
Yes, we do.
Beautiful. I'm so excited.
That's right. Especially when we've only recorded half of it.
That's true.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even though we do this live.
Yeah,
We've
live.
only recorded half the
we
episode.
too live, baby.
That's right.
That's what's up.
That's right. When you're watching this, it's going to be what?
Listen.
Yes.
We've had a hell of a week. Can we talk about this for a second?
Yes.
So the stomach bug has been going around pretty bad. Mm-hmm. And so you had it.
Yes, I did. I have other stomach issues happening, but I did have this 24-hour bug, so I wasn't sure if it was my actual stomach issues progressing or if I was getting what other people were getting.
Yeah, well, we found out surely that my stepdad, Scott, which he's been on the show a little bit.
I don't think seen.
He was excessively shitting himself.
That's right.
And my mom, who is a saint, was just getting real pissed off. She was like, Scott, why are you going through so much underwear?
And then he said, hey.
That's exactly what he sounds like, too.
I forgot where my mic was.
Like, hey, Becky, give me the Imodium AD. And then, so mom's bitching and complaining to Scott, like, quit shitting yourself. And which is, he could have controlled it. And
I don't know about that.
And then mom goes to work the very next day. And she comes back and she's like, I'm not feeling so good, man.
Did your mom all of a sudden also go through puberty as well when she went through that? Because her voice got significantly deeper.
She's like, hey, man, I ain't feeling so good. She came home.
It was a rough time.
She was laying on the dog and she's like, I'm going to puke on you at some point. You better shut up or buck up, bitch. And so she puked on the dog. And then she was puking and then simultaneously shitting herself. And I was the cocky one because I was like, dude, I got a hella immune system, man.
Yeah,
I take collagen, probiotics, vitamins, magnesium, melatonin.
And what did we learn? That you wasted so much money.
Okay, so listen. So on Monday, I had a regular Monday. I went to hot yoga. Mm-hmm. I went to the studio, drank a little bit of wine with Stephen Horning. Shout out to Big Ninja Dojo.
That's right.
And I left, felt fine, and drove around, listened to some Miley Cyrus, and
who watches this show?
She does. She's amazing. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Miley Cyrus.
That's right.
And I get to open mic, and I'm talking to Jordan Miller. Shout out to Jordan Miller. And then you got to Lamasco. Shout out to Lamasco. Shout out to Lamasco.
I was breathing air in the car as well. Shout out to the environment.
Yeah,
that's
shout
right.
out Honda Civic,
there
which is what I was
Honda
driving
Civic,
in.
That's right. Under my name.
Get to open mic. And I'm talking to Jordan, and out of nowhere, I just get this cold sweat and this nausea. And I don't know, like, I haven't faced nausea in a long time. And I sat down, and Jordan was like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, I think I'm going to shit myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I canceled open mic 2 hours early. I came home and I remember calling you and I was like, I'm not feeling so hot. And, I
think we have some fanboys.
it's my
happening
diarrhea
right now.
calling.
That's a diarrhea calling right now.
Diarrhea's calling.
That's right.
Anyways, long story short, I ended up shooting myself, and I hadn't done that in a while. It was terrible.
You say shooting yourself or shitting yourself? I heard shooting.
I've done.
And now it's getting a little bit. Now we are in a PC type of environment. We cannot talk about.
Listen, when you shit yourself.
That's right.
And you don't know that it's coming. Yep. It's kind of the worst thing ever.
Shit usually doesn't come.
I honestly thought
it's the other way around.
I thought I peed myself, and then I went to the bathroom. I'm like, this is shit. This is shit. Yep. I shit myself. Oh my God.
She sees her shit in the corner as we speak.
It was terrible. And
right.
So just a FYI, the stomach bug is going around. We feel good today, and we have a hell of a show for you guys tonight.
I did shit myself this morning.
Oh, well.
I did.
This is an everyday
and
occurrence.
I shit myself
right
at the end of my 10-mile bike ride.
Well,
yeah.
Well,
that's great.
We promise there will be no shit on this episode tonight.
I can't promise it, but we don't have shitty people on the show because we do have Kyle Paisley on the show tonight.
Yes!
We have Kyle Paisley on the show.
And we have Mia Boultinghouse on the show tonight.
Right.
We're so excited. Stay tuned.
That's right. Yes, and we'll be right back. I might have to go to the bathroom, so we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Lights out. After dark. Welcome back, Lifestyles After Dark. Did you know that if you don't wear socks, you may be homosexual? Did not realize that. We're going to get a lot of hate mail for that, yeah. I like how the person that made the joke in the audience actually is not going to laugh at all at the joke. All right, calm down. You don't get paid enough to be in the audience. Our first guest tonight is a singer-songwriter. His most recent release, Wishing, came out in October. It's available now, and his new upcoming single, Lovers and Friends, will be available this summer. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Paisley.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Buddy?
Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you, man.
Too.
It's been a while. I haven't seen you. I mean, obviously I saw you when you got here, but it's been some time. You know, you were one of the first people I actually met when I came out here. It was open mic at Boca. I think you were working at Boca, or you were there.
I think the first time I remember meeting you was at Lamasco.
Was it at Lamasco?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because we did play an open mic together at Lamasco, and then I happened to go to the open mic on Thursdays at Boca when that was still going on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you were working there, and I happened to see you, and you're like, hey, man, you know, because you and I have that, the love of Prince, the great and powerful Prince, yes. And so, yeah, and then obviously I didn't know what your music was like at the time. And I mean, this stuff that you're doing, I mean, you're putting out some really cool groove tracks. I'm really excited to kind of see what's going to be happening with this whole project that you're going to be doing, and you're kind of going back on the, you know, on the town, I would say, kind of doing the whole, you know, gigs and stuff like that. But you've been around, I would say, how many places you've lived at this point? Virginia, and then we got Memphis, Tennessee, we got Phoenix, Arizona. But you're from Elberfeld, right?
Yeah, I'm from. I grew up in Elberfeld and went to school in the Evansville area.
Yeah.
But I was in the Navy briefly.
Thank you for your service, by the way. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
How long were you there for in the Navy?
I was only in there for about a year. I was young and quite reckless and got myself kicked out.
Well, okay. What got you to... We have obviously people that agree with that sentiment. Yeah, that's right. In the audience, what was the reason that you went? Was it because, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna go into the Navy? What was kind of the hankering of, oh, I'm gonna decide to go to the Navy?
I didn't want my dad to pay for my college.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So you were there for about a year. Would you say, like, what was the? I mean, I'm always kind of intrigued by that, what that experience is like. I have a friend that has been in the Marines now for about 4 years, and it's kind of always this up and down thing where it's like, I don't know what's happening, I'm not sure what to do. So how did that kind of, like, how was that experience, and how did that kind of influence, hey, I'm going to do music, I'm going to actually go and try this out?
Well, I've been playing guitar since I was like 13 years old.
Okay.
And I always enjoyed music, but I only started really finding like my niche of it all.
Yeah.
Right before I went to boot camp.
Oh, really?
So, like, it was like, so like I wrote like my first couple of songs I considered decent like a month before I went to boot camp, and then I was like, uh-oh.
Oh man.
But during the time, like you had mentioned earlier, just in that year, I was in Chicago or Great Lakes area.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
And then I was there, Pensacola, Florida.
Pensacola, Florida, yeah.
And then Virginia Beach, Norfolk area.
Yeah.
Which is where I was stationed at.
And you were at Myrtle Beach too, where my
Yeah.
family's at now. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they moved down there about 2 years ago. Yeah.
I have family down there. That's actually where I got out on my own after I was in the Navy. I moved down there with my uncle.
Okay.
And I just lived with some guys I met on Craigslist. None of us murdered each other, so
That's
that's
good.
like a, that's
So
just
give it up
plus.
for Craigslist. Yeah, there we go. That's right. That's right. Big sponsor of the show as of right now. Yeah.
Actually still good friends with them. I'm thinking I'm trying to have a reunion with
really?
them guys this summer.
Oh, that's gonna be rad. Like in terms of like, are you gonna be traveling to them? Are they gonna be?
Oh, I'm trying to go down to the beach. I'm trying to
yeah.
get out of the cornfield for a little bit.
Yeah, Ohio River Beach is not really the greatest place to be. No, not the right place.
No, I immediately thought of tiki bars. Like Myrtle Beach is a little bit better than that, at least.
Yes, I would say, when I was down there.
Sorry, Oscar.
When I was down there, sorry, Oscar. When I was down there, I really hadn't had a chance much to really appreciate the beach. My mom and my stepmom and my dad are kind of more homebodies, and so they kind of walk around their neighborhood and stuff like that. But there's some good venues out there. Definitely some good venues. Some nice open mics there.
At the time when I lived there, I had not gotten. It was still going to be another 10 years before I even started gigging. I was still trying to very much find their professionalism at being a performer. And so I played quite a few open mics and some things down there, and a couple restaurants let me play down there just for funsies. But I did get to learn a lot, and being down there, and I would love to go back when I do go down there and visit my old roommates. I would love to try and book something while I'm down there.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be.
At least got a little bit of content to dangle and say like,
yeah,
please.
Yeah, we'll talk about the content a little bit later. You mind sticking around? Is that cool with you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, right on. When we come back, Kyle Paisley, Lifestyles After Dark, and we're gonna give our audience a quick break because it seems like I think a lot of them have to go to the bathroom or something. They're making a lot of ruckus over there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. There we go. That's right. Welcome back. We don't have anyone that controls the audience, Kyle. I apologize because we wouldn't normally kick people out as decent human beings, but we don't gotta have a skeleton crew going on here, you know. And I hate to break it to you, but the person that's making the most noise is the person that works on this show. I don't know what to do about that. There it is. Yeah. Yep. Don't put her on camera. She doesn't need that. She gets enough camera time. And we're back with Kyle Paisley. Yay! There we go. All right. Now, Kyle. I actually did want to kind of discuss some things with you because, like, what I really love about what you're doing is that you're making a lot of these. I would, I don't know hymns the right word, but like definitely these pop earworms. I think Tommy Ellis kind of described it as these earworms of songs. What has kind of really driven you? Because I know one of my favorite songs by you, we're dating back like 10 years ago, is a song called "Above Me" from your band The Atomic. Okay, and what's one of my favorite songs, and I've heard the vocals of that, and I'm like, I love what you're doing now, but I'm like, man, are we gonna get something like that coming into the repertoire? Is that gonna be something you're gonna be doing? Have you? I've done my research. I love that song.
Yeah,
I love that
song.
song.
One is from a very long time ago.
It is, yeah.
That's definitely some of the more stranger lyrics I've ever written.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's
fun,
an old,
though.
It's an old. I wrote that when I was living in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very much secluded. I was listening to just a lot of John Mayer and Neil Young and Modest Mouse, and
I hear the Modest Mouse a lot in that. Yeah.
just a lot of acoustic artists because I was living on the beach, and it was in that time frame too. So like lots of Jack Johnson and Jason Mraz and all that. So that's where like a lot of the open chords come from, and but yeah, I've always like to revisit that.
Yeah.
It's always kind of I always like to revisit a lot of the old songs because I wrote a lot of songs when I was in the Navy. Wrote songs still when I was in high school that I still like let the Print my cover band kind of my mainstay trio that I play with. They play songs from back in 2008, but some of them, most of them probably, I don't know. I'm not gonna say they won't ever be heard, but you know,
I just think it's such a great song, and I think like I've obviously only known the stuff that you put out and the things you played before, and obviously I know, like I said before, that you and I are really big fans of Prince, and so I've only kind of heard you do that stuff. So when I heard this particular record, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I would love to hear that type of stuff, because that's stuff I grew up on. It was almost like the Silent Lucidity by Queenstrike, like it was like kind of reminiscent of that. It kind of had this kind of it just felt like really, you know, really cool vibe trip like type of thing going down. Yeah, and I mean, I could tell.
You're not wrong.
Well, no, I mean, you know, I know you're in Myrtle Beach and there's like seclusion. I mean, I totally kind of identify with that. And I think for me, you know, one of the things I admire a lot about you is like when you go out there, like there's no fear. Like you are, I mean, people kind of say the whole like, you know, thing about like, oh, you know, you're home on the stage, but there's legit like this energy of like, I have nowhere else I want to be except here. And I wanted to kind of ask, I was talking to a couple artists about this recently, is that a lot of people kind of wear these masks on stage. And I kind of wanted to kind of get your insight on that. When you're on the stage, because I don't really know you really off the stage all too much. So, you know, do you feel like people tend to kind of really put this mask on when they're on stage, or do you think that like for you, like, do you feel like everything's kind of fueled of like, this is how I really am?
Well, I started getting like really comfortable on stage, just being out at the bars in my 20s, just singing karaoke.
Oh, okay.
and so like it, and I've always played guitar and wanted to play in front of people, but really getting comfortable on stage started with that, and then also just years and years and years of just going up and not for open mics and karaoke alike, and just not caring if it was bad or good, or what if people thought it was bad or good or not. I just kind of enjoyed doing it, and I can typically be not the most type A person off stage, but when I'm on stage, I do feel like I have, you know, a puffed out chest, and I'm a couple feet taller than I am.
Okay.
You know, and then also just becoming fond of Prince probably about 10 years ago, and realizing that he was only 5'3", but you wouldn't have ever known it.
No.
You wouldn't have ever known it if you listened to any of his records or seen any of his performances. You know, just a larger than life persona on stage is just something that I've always loved. You know, and I will always love the Red Hot Chili Peppers too, and that came from like the rawness of their stage presence as well. Because like Prince's was very strategic.
I would say it was an intricate, very planned out how he would.
There's
do
podcasts where people talk about where he would have like almost like a gameplay card, like a NFL coach would, and he'd be telling like the stage guy like, "Hey, give him some more lights over here," or something.
Well, so, he would say more like, "Can you give me more lights over here?" Is that he's not more
lights
like
over here, please. So he was very. Everything had a time and a place to where it was supposed to go,
like a purpose almost. Like, I'm gonna do it for this reason.
Agreed. But where the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it was just raw, just like energy. And until I felt more confident in my abilities on stage, I would rely on just that energy. You know, the 1 a.m. drunk karaoke energy, and have that make
courage of like.
Well, sometimes
that's my karaoke voice.
Sometimes didn't even need liquid courage. Really.
Well, I was gonna say with that, I mean, I kind of, now that you bring that up, it does make some sense of like when I watch you on stage, where that fearlessness kind of comes from. And it kind of reminds, like you said, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think Sublime is also a really good example. When I saw Sublime when they first started out, when I watched videos of them, and even No Doubt, when No Doubt came out, like Gwen Stefani and No Doubt, like really just kind of were just, you know, just going all out, like we don't care, you know. And I think for me, like that's one thing I admire most about you, because I really don't know you that well off the stage, and I will say, like, something to me is I've always been especially when I moved out here, I've been relatively a guarded person. And it's nothing to do with the people. It's always just because I've had this history of people kind of always saying, oh, we should hang out sometime. And you've been very graceful and like saying, I would like to hang out with you. But my immediate guard goes, oh, he wants something from me. And then I realize, I'm like, oh no, he really wants to actually get to know who I am.
Well, yeah, if anything, jam a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mind jamming. That's completely fine. No. But I think one of the things that I know you kind of talked to me about, and it is, you know, with a lot of people that are dealing with it, with anxiety, it's hard for me, because I obviously, with my music, I'm kind of putting the anxiety out there. Like, a lot of my songs, like, they're not going to be things you're going to hear at a happy hour, nor do you want to hear it at a happy hour, because it's going to not make you happy.
Yeah.
With anxiety that you kind of deal with, how do you kind of fuel it onto the stage to be like kind of the opposite? I mean, because you're kind of going on, you know, complete fire of like this really positive, energetic,
honestly,
environment.
It all goes away. Does it really? The moment especially if the guys I'm playing with are rehearsed and they believe in the performance we're about to do.
Yeah.
And we have people that are supportive in the audience, like, and even if I don't, even just like a decent turnout, into where I can feed off other people's energy, continue to be kind of empathic like that. But like, as the moment I get on stage, like the anxiety I deal with at work or before I go to work, or just like when I'm alone in my apartment, you know, having all those mini therapy sessions in your head, you know, like, none of that matters the moment I get up there with my guitar and scream into the microphone and let everyone know who's there.
Yeah. I think it's I like that. I like that a lot. That was nice. I know we gotta go, because I know, obviously, I think we're like 20 minutes over time or so, something like that. I'm not sure. But I want to keep going real quick. But you cook. Like, you actually, that's like, you're kind of, you're really, between you and Benji, I mean, probably the best meals I've ever seen on Instagram that I know in the local area. What's your, like, specialty thing of, like, what you like to cook? I know you're really big into the cooking.
Well, I cook at Full Moon Cafe on the west side.
Very nice. Yes,
and,
I do like it there.
They've been open for 10 years, and they do really good stuff. But this is mainly catering. There's lots of salads and wraps.
Yes.
But they stay really busy. So I've learned a lot of stuff on how to make sauces and dressings and how to prep really good things there. But mainly when I'm at home, it's about like beans and rice dishes, a nice lean cut of meat that I'm either going to roast or sear in a pan. I do like Asian stuff, like so rice dishes. I'm really good with that, and stir fries. I spend the most time in the meat department, because I'll sit there and I'll like look up probably 5 recipes before I even pick something up, because I'm like, what do I want to eat? Yeah. And I always like to experiment with different cuts of beef and pork and stuff like that. And then also veggies, you know, just there's very little I don't like, so I'm constantly experimenting with stuff just to see how I can make it taste the best for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kyle, I'm excited to actually watch you perform. You're gonna be performing the Lovers and Friends song. You're gonna be Lovers and Friends, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's gonna be the new one coming out. I guess when this airs. We were live though, so I mean, it will air whenever, right? So you ready? You're gonna stick around. We're gonna have you on the stage in just a couple seconds. Okay, you good with that?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Paisley. We'll be right back for the performance. Lovers and Friends. Stick around. And now performing Lovers and Friends, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Paisley.
We don't gotta be lovers We can just be friends. Either way, I'm gonna love you right until the end. I'm not trying to win you over. I'd die if I did. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end. You've known this for some time. Always wanted just to make you smile. Your loving eyes keep me up at night. I got a name for your face, it's sunshine. And I know that it's hard to take in. Not saying that I can't just be friends. There's no woman that I'd rather be with. We don't gotta be lovers. We can just be friends. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end. I'm not trying to win you over. I'd die if I did. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end. I wanna leave and be with you. Always will and be your fool. I don't know what it is about you and all the things that make me go ooh. Deep down I know you love me, even though that it's not the same way. If this is it, then I'll gladly take it. That we don't gotta be lovers, we can just be friends. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end. Not trying to win you over, I'd die if I did. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end. We don't gotta be lovers, we can just be friends. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end. I'm not trying to win you over, I'd die if I did. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end. We don't gotta be lovers, we can just be friends. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end. I'm not trying to win you over, I'd die if I did. Either way, I wanna love you right until the end.
Lifestyles After Dark. We have come to that point of the evening where it's our fan mail
That's
segment.
right. Now, we still don't know if the fan mail is actually from a number of fans or it's one singular fan.
Yeah.
I like to envision it's a singular fan in their early 40s with a beard. So let's take a look gander of a picture of that. There we go.
Good
That
God.
is what they look like. Now, for many of you that asked this question, if you've been watching this show 3 episodes in, first off, congratulations. We don't know how you do it because we don't know how we do this show every fucking week.
But we keep doing it,
That's
man.
right. But we don't project anything on the screen. I don't want it.
Rain or shine, we're
The audience
here.
can figure it out for themselves.
What's the first question?
That's good. Oh, yes. Let's get... Yep, there we go. I think that's burp in there. And then, dear Cynthia and Freddie, who do you think is an underrated celebrity?
Oh, Army Hammer.
Nope. No. Very wrong. Well, underrated, yeah, that's definitely. I thought at one point he was just amount of rated, and then
Underrated or canceled?
he's canceled for sure. Yeah, that did deserve an ooh because Call Him by Your Name goes. That takes some different shape now.
What about
since then?
underrated? So Dane Cook. Let's say Dane Cook.
Dane Cook. No, he was overrated when he was big.
Kurt Russell.
No, absolutely not.
Bruce Willis.
Do you know who? Shit, Walton Goggins.
Walton.
Walton Goggins. Yeah.
Walter.
No, Walton Goggins.
David Goggins. I think you meant to say
Vice
David
Principals.
Goggins. David Goggins.
The Righteous Gemstones.
Oh,
yes.
he's like-
Yeah, I'm not making up people. This is
Okay,
a real,
I know what you're talking about.
fucking question.
Oh, okay.
That I said Walton Goggins.
If you have not watched The Righteous
That's
Gemstones,
right.
He's so great in that show. He's like Uncle Baby Billy here
Yeah,
now.
Uncle
That's
Baby.
Uncle Baby
Well, it's
Billy
more.
here
It's
now.
more. Uncle Billy here now. That's how he says it. It's a very.
Okay,
That's right.
Next question. Dear Cynthia and Freddie, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh.
I don't have fun.
Oh, that's right.
Next question.
Cocaine would be my answer. In my dreams, though.
Oh,
If mine-
Dr.
especially-
Pimple Popper. Dr. Pimple Popper. Yeah, I like that one.
Do you know? That's for fun.
That's for fun.
Okay.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
All right. So if you like to be Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah,
Got it.
in my dreams.
Okay. You have really bad dreams. Dear Cynthia and Freddie, what are your guilty pleasures? I think you answered that with the Dr. Pimple Popper. That's right, Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah, that's a good guilty pleasure.
Mine is very specific.
I never feel
recently.
guilty, so I don't know what you mean by this.
Okay, but mine is this. Very recently, I've been watching, obviously because I'm cooking more because of this whole fatty liver thing.
Yeah.
Right? And
Is it Kitchen Nightmares?
it is Kitchen Nightmares, but there's a very specific clip. So recently, this past week, as I've been cooking my food, which is tofu and all the wonderful things that go into my body, chicken, blah, 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 elk, whatever. And because we can afford it.
Elk.
Elk, yeah.
What's this clip you talk about?
So it's the Kitchen Nightmares UK version, so it's already more tame. So he's not even yelling at people, but there's this thing where the Walnut Tree Inn in Abernathy, wherever the fuck, Wales, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's right. They know where the fuck
That's
it is,
where it
those
is.
people. That's right. Yeah. And that's right. That's the noise they make when you go in the Walnut Tree Inn. Like, yeah. And there's a specific clip because it's a Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah.
And they need to find a new head chef. That person left. So he actually does interviews with the owner, and instead of just interviewing them for the job, he goes, okay, you're going to cook in the kitchen for 15 minutes. And there's a guy that comes in there called Santa Rosso, and he has no business being in the kitchen whatsoever. He's like second in command of a Holiday Inn. He admits in this, I don't even know what accent it was, but he's like, we use a lot of microwave. And then they bring him into the kitchen, clueless, has no idea. They're like, here's the ingredients. You got 15 minutes, go for it. He's like, just make it simple. He's like, oh yeah, I can make it very simple. And then he does this thing where he's on the, whatever, like he's cooking, I don't know the terminology. He's cooking shit and not feces, but like it probably was. And he's like, he just looking up. Like, he's not even looking at anybody. He's like, I'm trying to figure what kind of flavor I want this to be.
He's just feeling it.
And then he goes out, brings his food, and then Gordon says, very below average, actually. Very below average. And he doesn't even defend himself. He's like, yeah.
I bet he was French.
So that's been my guilty pleasure. Yeah.
Next question. Dear Cynthia and Freddie, do you disagree a lot? Well, that's a great question.
That's a great question. Yes, we do. Particularly on one thing that comes to mind.
What is it? Let's hear that.
Yeah, I would love to dive into this and have an on-air argument.
Is it about German Idol?
No, it's not about German Idol. It's about something that really obsessed me even more than that.
Okay.
So, when it was a couple months ago, we were as you can tell, I'm moving around because I'm so furious.
Infuriated.
Okay. All right, out of respect to the people, show of applause, who knows Steve Perry from the band Journey? Steve Perry, that's right. That's right.
One.
That's right.
One.
Yeah. Well, that person knows music and knows good music. So Steve Perry's been gone for, about 25 years or so. He left Journey, did the whole solo thing, and an album came out back in 2018 in October called Traces, and it was a great comeback album. Excellent reviews, and she had the fucking audacity to go, it wasn't that good of an album. Are you fucking serious? It's Steve Perry!
Trash.
No, it wasn't. Did you listen to the whole thing? Did you listen to the whole thing of Traces? Did you listen to it? Did you listen to it? Did you listen to it? When did you listen to it? Did you listen to it in full? Did you listen to it all the way through?
I listened to enough of it.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
I only needed to listen to about 5.5 minutes.
That's one song by Steve Perry.
It was terrible. Terrible. What the fuck happened? Steve Perry, give up. Go to a home. COVID.
I don't endorse it. I don't endorse this. I do not endorse it. I do not endorse it. Steve Perry is a you.
Next question.
That means you fucking hate good music.
Listen, I've already had the Journey debate enough with people.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm done with this Journey debate.
Jesus is not going to help you at this point.
Jesus didn't help Steve Perry, obviously, with that last album.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I can't wait till your shit comes out.
I can't wait till my shit comes out.
That's right, yeah.
Big Ninja Dojo, shout out.
That's right. Yep, more shout outs.
What's the next question?
I think you have the next question because that's how it goes. It goes from, oh no, was it? Shit!
Oh, he got cocky.
I've been informed that I fucked up. I'm sorry, I got so upset about the Steve Perry thing and it's been months and I'm still pissed off about it. Oh, okay. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
It's your
turn.
turn.
Okay. What grinds your gears? Oh, fucking Cynthia hating fucking Steve Perry's traces from 2018.
All right.
That's what fucking crazy.
Dear Cynthia and Freddie, why do you wear different clothes throughout the show? Fuck this question.
That's right.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. I don't know.
It doesn't happen. I don't know why you keep asking
why
that every single time.
You were all assholes. Like
Awful.
it's just one hair just goes out of place and you flip out.
Why is her earring gone? Why are her tits different sizes?
Why is Freddie fat in this one but then skinnier in this one? Why is his one chesticle sticking out?
I see sweat.
Why is it? Yeah.
Freddie got a haircut.
That's right. Yeah.
Next question.
I'm so pissed off.
I can see it. You're red. It's hot.
This has not been a good. You know what's sad? I write these questions too. They're not even a real thing. I got mad at my own question. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We gave up episode 3 to really pretend. I don't know if you know this, Alex or Lex, not a real personal trainer, but we'll pretend.
But he's taking my money anyway.
That's right. That's right. That is true. He is taking the money. This show is fucking. We'd be screwed if we ever fucking.
I am kind of excited to see what the next question is.
What is the best? Okay, dear Cynthia and Freddie, what is the best way to approach a girl you really like?
Oh,
that's a better question for you.
So I have great advice, and I used to have a podcast called Big Hearts, Tiny Farts.
I'll give applause for that. That was a good one.
And on the podcast, I discussed this. So, like, if you're going out on a first date with somebody, here's what I suggest. I suggest that you lay all your cards out because a lot of people are like, I don't want to show all my cards out on the first date. That's your first fucking mistake. If you really want to find a girl or guy that you want to keep, you need to show them what you got. First of all, if you got to fart, let it out. Because eventually you're going to have to either shit,
that's right,
burp, pee, throw up in front of that person. You might as well just see if they can hang on the first date. So if you're feeling it, fucking go with it. I'm not saying fart in their face during coitus. Coitus?
Wait, and first off, is this the first date you're having coitus?
Coitus is whenever you're playing.
Is that the mix between coitus and a tortoise? Awkward turtle.
Coitus is whenever you're playing basketball on the first date.
That's not what it is.
So if you feel like you gotta let something out, let it out. And if they're like, ugh, how dare you? Then be like, peace, bitch. I'm out. Good. You didn't waste your time. But if they're like, I'm really glad that you did that because I have to fart too. Wedding bells, baby. That's all I gotta say. Next question.
That's right.
Dear Cynthia and Freddie, I'm a senior in college and looking for a job. Are you hiring? No. Yeah. Next question.
I mean, to be fair, it's not that hard to get a job here because no one gets paid.
Or at Taco Bell.
That's right. You probably have a better chance of getting hired. Well, you have a good chance of getting hired here, but whether or not it's going to do anything for your financial stability, you can just yeah. I mean, you can ask anybody that's worked on the show. Nothing.
Ask Benji.
That's right. Ask Benji.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
We pay him in donuts and Aldi pizza.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next question.
That's very good. All the places we'd like to have sponsored, and we'll flag this immediately. Wonderful. Very good. Dear Cynthia and Freddie, how do you know when a segment is over? This is a good question. Because people have asked, hey, the interviews go relatively long. Like, does anyone time it? So yes, we do time everything. Usually about 5-minute increments. Mm-hmm. And then usually either Cynthia, Benji, or myself will cue each other with a 1-minute time. And then this is 30 seconds. And then this is 15 or 10 seconds. And Benji probably did that about 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. But I still have one more question.
That's right. And You can do it.
And I already have an answer for it.
Because you know why? We don't give a fuck about the actual format.
No, we don't. Hell no.
No.
Dear Cynthia and Freddie, what's the last thing that surprised you? Oh, I'll tell you that. Like, the last thing that surprised me is that Freddie did not have to shit himself or take a shit during this segment.
That is right.
That's what our last 2 weeks have been like. We have an amazing show for you guys tonight, and we're so excited.
That's right, especially because they've already seen parts of the show.
Yeah.
Because this is live, and we've already done things before.
We too live, baby.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Stay tuned for Lifestyles After Dark. More after this.
Yeah, that's right. There we go.
Clap!
And now performing mine, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Kyle Paisley.
Yeah!
We were knee deep in summertime. Backyard party at the beach, and we're hot at every girl we meet. We were young and careless in ways. That's when I saw you glowing in your city lights. Come, little honey, dance with me. I gotta pick them peaches all off your tree. Yeah, you were young and careless in ways. You're so knee deep in your ways. So sad to see myself away from your show. And sadly I will watch myself just drift away. And I think back to the day when you were mine. You were mine. You were mine. We were knee deep in the summertime. God, oh honey, your love is so fine. Each and every night you had me kissing the sky, yeah. We were young and careless in ways. Now you're acting all sorts of shady now. What did you do behind my back? I'm falling down deep into a love attack. Oh yeah, we were young and Mrs. Baby thing. But how could you? You're so knee deep in your ways. It's so sad to see myself away from your show. And sadly I will watch myself just drift away. And I think back to the day when you were mine. You were mine. You were mine. You're so knee deep in your ways. So sad to see myself away from your show. Sadly, I will watch myself just drift away. And I think back to the day when you were, you're so knee deep in your ways. So sad to see myself away from your show. No, no. And sadly, I will watch myself just drift away. No, no, no. And I'll think back to the day when you were mine. You were mine. You were mine. You were mine. You were mine.
Yes, babies! We are back with Lifestyles After Dark. Our next guest has her own line of self-defense keychains. It's amazing. I had to have her on the show. It's called Self-Defense Llama. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for Mia Boultinghouse! Yay! Hi, Mia.
Hey!
How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here.
Pretty good, honestly. Just kind of living.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, so I met you, was it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so as most of the viewers know, I took up a seasonal job at Lincoln State Park because COVID messed up everything financially for me as a full-time musician. And it's been amazing. I really love it there. And I started there about September of last year. And you started there about 3 weeks ago. And I trained you in there at Lincoln State Park. And so we ride in a truck together and we go clean stuff and we get to tell people what to do. And it's pretty dope. And I like it. Yeah.
We
And
get to have a little bit of freedom, too. We just kind of get to go at our own pace.
yeah, it's great. Everybody that works there is awesome. And, you know, in getting to know you, you've gotten to know me pretty well, and as everyone knows, I'm a free spirit. I'm also like my mouth's pretty loose, and I was like, I don't know how this girl's gonna take me, and you've taken very well to me, and I'm so grateful for that. And Cheyenne, our boss, keeps saying you're in good hands, and I'm like, I don't know if she is, but we're gonna see how this works. And so we ride around in a little truck together, and during that time, you let me know that you have your own business.
Yeah.
And it's a line of self-defense keychains. And I literally hit the brakes on the truck and I was like, what? This is awesome. Are you kidding me? And you're only 17 years old.
Yep, I am.
And that's incredible. For a 17-year-old to have their own business, you have your own website. And do you have your LLC yet?
Yes, I do. I do have my LLC. I have my retail merchant's license as well. And on top of everything, on top of the business, I'm actually graduating a whole year early from high school.
Give it up for Mia! Mia Pumpkin Eater! She's gonna get that degree, baby. That's awesome. I graduated like 4 years late, so that's fine. Yeah, that's what Boonville High School will do to you. And I just think it's amazing. You're such a bright and intelligent young lady, and I think that I'm really happy that you're on the show today. And the reason I really wanted to have you on is because in this generation of kids, I just don't see enough of this generation doing what you're doing. I think it's an amazing inspiration. Like, get out there and do this. Like, you're independent. And not only that, it struck a chord in me because I've been on the road quite a bit as a musician. And as a female, I never go anywhere alone, ever. There's usually always somebody walking with me when I carry my equipment out to my car. And sometimes you have to park pretty far away from the venue depending on where you're playing, if you're playing out of state, out of town. And so having that layer of self-defense is very important to me. And it's not something I always have on me. And I want to talk about that. What inspired you to want to do this? And I really want to know. Because for me, that would be my inspiration. I'm like, hey, I want to kick some ass. If anything ever comes up over my shoulder, I'm going to stab them or whatever.
So what really honestly started the whole business is there's another creator on TikTok who actually inspired me, and I talked to my dad about it. I was like, she sells this stuff, and like, you know, it protects like anybody, honestly. I know I generally try to advertise towards women and college students, but it can even go towards men as well. And he was like, then why don't you do it? So I put X amount of money towards it, and this is how I got here. And also there's been a couple incidents where guys just sometimes creep you out, to be honest.
Yeah,
and,
they do.
I had actually a guy in Walmart who I was just walking past, minding my own business, and he had his wife and 2 kids, little ones. And he leaned over and like, what a fine ass of yours. And I was
Whoa!
like, okay.
Shout out to Walmart.
Yeah. So
Don't applaud.
I ran over to my dad. I told him what happened. He's like, just stick with us for the rest of the trip, you know? And so I go over, and then he comes around the corner and sees my dad, and it just slowly backs up because he knows he done wrong. And I would be terrifying if I was either off to college or even on the other side of the store, my parents, for something to happen and them just do something that no one wants happen to them. So that's kind of what inspired me to actually start this business.
It's pretty amazing. And I mean, and I think all of us as females, and not only females, but as you said, males, can utilize this in their own everyday life. Do you have time to stick around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when we come back, we are going to actually show the keychain, and we're going to share a little bit more about the website and kind of teach you guys how to kick some ass in the dark streets of wherever you may reside. Mia, everybody, we'll be right back. So good to be back. Everybody got a pee break. People are playing basketball. It's nice. What a wonderful evening. We are back with Mia, Boultinghouse, with Self-Defense Llama, and we actually have all of the products here for you guys to witness here on Lifestyles After Dark, and I'm very excited to see all of this. I will have to say that the Galaxy one is my favorite, and I'm going to be purchasing that one faux show. So let's break this keychain down because I kind of am curious as to what each one does. And later on in the show, we're going to be doing a demonstration of each one of these contraptions on the keychain. But Mia, can you please take one of these keychains, and each one, can you tell us what these do? Because I am a little curious.
Okay. So just to start off for reference, obviously the wristlet, it goes around your wrist so you don't drop anything. Everything
Wristlet.
I've already measured, and everything is from hands grasp. So you don't have to worry about it falling off or worrying about having to take off the wristlet just to grab something.
Yeah. It looks so fashionable too. Oh,
Yes.
It's so nice.
And then also chapstick holder, because why not? You could go with that with or without.
If you're going to stab somebody, your lips need to be moistened when you call the cops, obviously.
Yes. Yes.
You think of the best stuff. I love this.
The pom-pom is not only just for decorative purposes, but it kind of makes the keychain discreet as well, because who's gonna want to walk up just with pure pepper spray and be like, I'm gonna pepper spray you now? So speaking of pepper spray, how it works is there's this little red tab, and to open it, you just move it, and then obviously press down. I'm not gonna press down because I'm not gonna pepper spray myself.
And we're going to bring out our person right now to demonstrate the pepper spray. I'm like, no, I'm just joking. We're not going to do that now.
That'd be funny though.
We'd all be screwed.
Just kidding, just kidding. So the next boring item on this is just a little door opener.
Wait, that thing is not boring at all. Like, this thing, wow, okay. So I don't know whether to be scared or turned on by this. Like, it looks, I don't know. So is this it looks like you could do many things with it. You could gut somebody with it. You can clean their ears with it. You could give them a COVID test. And it looks pretty interesting. Tell us about this.
So what you do, basically, due to COVID, I kind of added it just for funsies. So a door opener obviously hooks around the door. You can pull or open it. the door, and then the stylus at the end is for, touching the keypads on the, like if you're at Walmart, you do the keypads.
Because the creepers are all there.
And then some of them, not all of them anymore, because I had to order a different set of these, but some of them had even can openers, so that's interesting. So then the Cubiton is next.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a lot larger than actually I expected it to be whenever I ordered it. But either you can stab it with somebody with it, or it's a window breaker. So it's kind of like a multi-purpose tool.
Have you ever tested it out on anybody or anything?
No, I haven't actually. I think I tested it on like the big bubbles that come with the packaging, but
did it work?
Yeah, it did work, but I mean, it wasn't like exciting though. So it wasn't like any like person's guts or anything. So
that's a shame.
Yeah. So
we're gonna test this out a little bit later, but like we have insurance. Everything will be fine.
It's fine.
We don't have insurance.
It's fine.
This is the best part. Okay, so this is like, you were like, whenever you showed me this earlier, you were like, I'm not gonna press this right now because this could be rough.
Yes, because this little button right here, just a little flashlight. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. But this little gray tab, you pull it and it makes a very, very loud sound. And what it does is, say you're like by yourself, or even if you're in a crowd of people and you feel very uncomfortable, you pull it. It will obviously make the loud sound. Everyone will look at you. So then you'll get attraction. So you'll be less in danger. So you have witnesses instead of just being by yourself.
Yeah, because even like nowadays, if you yell like, I'm being attacked or rape or whatever, or like they'd say not to yell rape anymore, yell fire, but people aren't even reacting to fire anymore. They'll just like walk by, they're like, I ain't going over there, something bad's happening.
Yeah, it's almost like when you cry wolves too many times, and I feel like that's just how the population has gotten used to it.
Can we pull it and see what it sounds like?
We can.
All right.
If you're
Away from the mic.
Away from the mic. Ready?
Yeah. So it's like super loud. I'm not probably gonna pull it for much longer, but
dude, that is awesome.
But
y'all gotta get on these keychains, man. Like everybody at my shows, everybody else who comes on Lifestyles After Dark, you need to get one of these. And speaking of that, we have a special offer for our Lifestyles After Dark viewers.
Yeah, so if you are watching this right at this moment, I have a 10% off all my products right now, and it's Lifestyles After Dark. So
yeah, baby, that's what's up. I love it. And can you share the website with everybody?
Yeah, it's really basic. So my, company name is Self Defense Llama. So it's still selfdefensellama.com or selfdefensellama.net. So
amazing. Mia, I'm so glad you came on today. And we're going to be doing a demonstration here in just a little bit. But thank you so much for coming on the show. And I hope it was educational. And I hope that a lot more people take this and run with it, literally. Thank you, Mia. Give a big round of applause for Mia. Self-Defense Llama. Everybody stick around. We'll be right back with Lifestyles After Dark. Woo! Yeah, baby. That's what's up. Lifestyles After Dark, and we are back with the oh so powerful Lex Hellberg, Freddie's personal trainer. Thank you for coming back, Lex. I really appreciate everything you're doing, like draining my pockets, and I'm hoping that we're seeing some progress in Freddie's weight loss and fitness journey. So what can you tell me your experience with Freddie has been like? What? I know I'm nervous right now.
Well, first of all, it's good to be back, Cynthia. I'm so glad I could be here. Every time I'm on this show, I feel 10 minutes younger.
Oh, wow.
So, but yeah.
Before the booze and cigarettes.
I tried to quit, but it's been a long feat. But anyway, about Freddie, though.
About
Freddie.
What about him?
Well,
yeah.
It's been quite a journey. You know when you watch, like, Lord of the Rings movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. So I hope you understand that when, you plunge the ring into Mount Doom, it's a pretty big deal, but in this case, we're just doomed all in all.
I mean, we've been doing a lot of plunging this week,
Yes.
but we haven't found any gold.
Well, we started with a liquid diet. It starts off with Everclear, then you wash it down with a Diet Mountain Dew,
Oh, I
then a
love Diet
spritz
Mountain
of pure gasoline. Sometimes all at once. I mean, you just want to mix them all together, and I call it Satan's Balls cocktail. And that's what I've been trying to get him fixed on, but sometimes he won't drink it, sometimes he acts like he does.
What happened the first time he drank it?
Oh, God, he lost about 40 pounds
I don't
in
know.
15 minutes.
I feel like he gained it all back.
I know.
I didn't see
See,
that.
he's cheating. He's cheating. That cheater, pumpkin eater.
What's he been eating?
Pumpkins. He's literally eating pumpkins.
Oh my god.
I see him in a pumpkin patch, by my neighbor's house, and I'm going, oh, there he is.
That would explain his bowel movements. They're very pumpkiny and squishy.
Yes.
A lot of seeds.
Right?
I mean,
Yep.
you should
And you
see
think
her
that would
septic.
push it all down and out of there, but no.
It's just settling
It's just settling right there.
in the pumpkin maker.
Right in the pumpkin, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Just all there.
Fucking.
It's the great pumpkin Charlie Brown. Well, there it is, Charlie.
So,
It's right there. And you can't ignore it.
so do you suggest that we kill this pumpkin patch guy?
Well, talked about liposuction at one point. He didn't agree.
Wait, you're the trainer.
I know.
And you're suggesting.
Hold on. This is a first start, actually.
Yeah, so you're just
But-
giving him a launching pad. Listen, if we suck all this fat out and inject it into your lips and your ass,
Yeah.
and maybe other places.
I'm just telling you, the Everclear diet would have worked perfectly. I mean, he shat his brains out for 15 minutes, and he looked gorgeous. I mean, really, he looked bulimic, but he looked gorgeous. But again, it was terrifying watching him coming out of that bathroom. You know that scene in Shawshank Redemption where Tim Robbins is in the septic tank and
It's such a
he was just
beautiful-
crawling out like, good Lord, help me. He was saying a lot of words that I don't even think exist. But
He was just covered
he was speaking in
shit.
Latin. He was speaking in a dead language.
I want to see it, but I gotta get it.
Yeah. He was speaking in tongues. Yeah. So I think he was just trying to reach out for Jesus, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not holy enough for you here, so I'm gonna have to leave. But yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is,
No pun intended.
You're just showing me, right now I feel like I'm putting all the puzzle pieces together of what I've been missing.
There's a
in
lot.
his behavior.
Yes.
And his bowel movements. And it's scary right now.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Wait until you see the director's cut, because I am the director.
and it's 4 hours long.
It's 4 days long.
And it's just as shitty as the first one.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot to watch, but there's a lot to not watch, which goes without saying, I don't think you should watch it.
I want to know, do you have any faith that he's going to get to his weight goal by the end of this season?
No. But if there is a God, so help us, it will happen.
Well, it's going to have to be a pumpkin god.
A pumpkin God. No, he talks about that,
Well,
I don't know, he's got this obsession with pumpkins. I don't know.
Oh, well, hey,
And yeah.
I look forward to talking to you every week.
I'm glad to be here.
And if you don't do your fucking job, then I'm will
gonna try.
find you.
I'm going to try.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lex Helberg,
Thank you.
fitness expert.
Yes.
We'll be back with more Lifestyles After Dark after this.
Welcome back! Lifestyles After Dark. We are here with Mia. Mia, thanks again for hanging out with us. We sincerely appreciate it. I'm losing my words, folks, because we're filming this live, and whenever you're watching this at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's when we're filming it right now. So thank you, Mia, for staying after curfew. Yeah! Woo!
That's what's up. And we got Mia with Self-Defense Llama, and we have a very special guest, and we're going to be doing a live demonstration of this self-defense keychain. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Theo Akai.
Theo, hey buddy, what's up?
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
that's what's up.
And you know what? I just want to say right now, he's wearing different clothes in the episode that he was in, which means it's a different day.
That
That is right.
Theo
That's
drove
how
all the
that
way up
works.
here because he is an amazing volunteer. Now, in this demonstration, Theo is going to be playing the one using the keychain, and I'm going to be playing the perpetrator. So, I'm going to switch spots with Theo, and Mia's going to explain the first instrument we're going to be using in this keychain.
All right, so we have the Cubiton. Now this can be used in multiple different ways. You could either use it like this to jab someone in front of you, have it behind you, so you could stab them in their eye, neck, throat, whatever hits.
Buffy style.
Or you can use it as a window breaker. But since we're doing a demonstration with people, disclaimer, we're not actually harming anyone in this video. I feel like that should be a disclaimer. I don't know if y'all think that.
I mean, I would like the audience to think we're harming others,
Yeah.
but we'll put a disclaimer.
So,
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I'm thinking about regulations or something. I don't know.
in the first
Lawsuits.
scenario, Theo's going to be walking down a dark alley. So, if we would give Theo...
A very well lit dark alley. That's
Yes.
Okay, so Theo's walking down
Sharp.
Theo's walking down this dark alley, minding his
Wait, is it
own
really?
business.
It's sharp, kind of.
Oh motherfucker,
It's
man!
sharp, man.
Holy shit!
It is sharp. I mean, hey. So I'm walking down a dark alley.
That's
Hey,
right.
Yep. Theo's walking down this dark alley by
right.
himself, vulnerable.
That's how I walk down alleys as well.
possibly carrying groceries, and out of nowhere, I'm like, "Hey man, what are you doing down there?"
Oh my goodness gracious! Get off me! Stab!
Oh, right, and eye's gone.
That's
Perfect.
very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Yes. Is that how it works?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
No, if you can take an eye out, you're doing a good job. Now, next scenario, we're walking through Walmart. Bread aisle, maybe we're looking for some Uncrustables. Theo's walking down the aisle.
Big
Now,
sponsor.
What's the next item on this keychain we're going to be using?
Okay, so we're going to be using pepper spray. Just so everyone's aware, this red tab has to be faced center to spray.
I'm sorry, but he's staring like he's afraid that it's gonna happen.
Experience.
So
Experience.
I'm so sorry. I just saw him staring at that. He's already frightened.
This is getting bad for everybody.
we're going to keep it on locked mode. See?
Okay, okay.
It
Sure.
can't push
Oh, there's a
down.
lock on it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Safety,
no.
uh-huh.
There's safety.
Okay, so let's hand this to the pepper spray to him.
Alright,
So now, okay, so Theo's walking through the looking for Uncrustables
So it's my pocket.
and chicken cordon bleu. Oh God! Oh no! His car alarm just went off.
That is serious. Alright, so I'm walking through the.
Okay.
Come on.
Hey, you got a nice boo boo. Let me see that boo boo. Let me see
No,
that boo boo.
I said no.
Oh no! Oh,
And then run
I
for your life.
melted off. Success. Okay, next one. Next one.
I would like to say there's a lot of Oscar-nominated acting going on
feel
right
me?
now. I do feel you. Yes.
Well, the next one was actually going to be the car alarm.
Oh, is that what? Oh my God.
Spoiler alert.
So as you
Cars
can tell, that car alarm actually really works. Not only does it throw your perpetrator off,
Yeah.
it can make them piss themselves. They're embarrassed. They run off.
How about you show us a little bit of a demonstration of pissing yourself?
All right, hold
There
on.
we go.
Jesus.
That's great.
I gotta go.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Oh, that was a shit. I'm sorry.
Yep, there
Okay.
we go. That's.
Anyways, everybody, give it up for Mia with Self-Defense Llama.
You don't have to keep acting anymore. You're not.
And give it up for our volunteer, Theo Kai.
Theo Akai. Thanks again for tuning in to Lifestyles After Dark. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.
Bye. Bye.
Nope.